Security in Russian. How propaganda justifies war and sabotage of negotiations. The latest broadcast of the Russian political program, Bolshaya Igra, discussed the issue of security, territorial concessions, and the rights of Russian speakers. However, these words hide a classic pattern of Kremlin propaganda: to present aggression as a forced defense, and Kyiv's refusal to capitulate as a categorical rejection of peace. Ukraine is accused of sabotage even before the negotiations. The hosts claim that Kyiv allegedly immediately categorically refused to discuss concessions, especially on the Donbas issue. Referring to Western media, Financial Times, they describe in detail the fortified areas of Ukraine, as if justifying the need for military pressure. This narrative has a dual purpose: to show Russia ready for negotiations, and at the same time justify the continuation of hostilities. Territory is not important. Security is important. The presenters insist the most important thing for Russia is not territory, but security. This means demilitarization of Ukraine, abandonment of NATO, limitation of contacts with the West, neutral status of the country. In fact, this is not a negotiating position, but a program for the elimination of Ukrainian sovereignty, the rights of Russian speakers as an instrument of pressure. The topic of the third basket, the rights of Russian speakers, is presented as a condition for peace. Propaganda demands official status for the Russian language and denazification of Ukraine. In this discourse, the rights of people are replaced by political demands. Language is used as a geopolitical weapon. And when Russia talks about security guarantees, firstly, Russia talks about the need for a security guarantee for ourselves, and this means the demilitarization of Ukraine, its neutral status, limiting its practical interaction with NATO countries, and so on. Secondly, when Russia talks about security guarantees for Ukraine, we do not deny that Ukraine should receive security guarantees. It certainly should, but these security guarantees should not be the occupation of Ukrainian territory by the West. We are categorically against the deployment of the so-called European contingent of coalitions of the willing. And yesterday, at a press conference with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of India, Sergei Lavrov once again reminded that Russia is proposing the formula for guaranteeing Ukraine's security, which in fact was agreed upon in April 2022 in the draft Istanbul Agreement. Trump as a peacemaker and peace regulator. An important detail: on air, Donald Trump is presented not just as an American president, but as a figure who has appointed himself chief of peace. Russian presenters describe him as a politician who started the process of degreasing Europe, got everything he wanted from Ukraine, but now is giving a chance for peace. This is how the myth of Trump as a leader capable of single-handedly deciding the fate of Europe is constructed, while Europe itself appears as a weak supplicant.